Sony, stick to the animation. You guys do really well. I don't understand why you cannot execute a live action movie. I don't get it. I don't. How can you make these movies, Spider Into the Spider Verse, some of the best comic book movies ever, but then you fumble the live action? I don't get it. You guys just stop it, please, 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 please. Like, I'm not even going to waste my time seeing Man on Web. I don't need to waste my time. I learned my lesson with Morbius.
Since we're in the show, there was something that's been on my mind for a little bit since we were going to talk about the state,
Mm-hmm.
different like MCU, DCU, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So last night I went and I watched Madam Web. It was interesting. I don't know too much about like the other different things in Spider-Man's universe,
Mm-hmm.
but while watching it, I was kind of thinking. So it's let me set up this question that way it makes sense. So with Spider-Man, we have all these different like characters. We have all these different like basically kind of like a universe within Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Movies that we have coming this year. We have Venom 3. We have Craven movie coming out. Different characters as far as like you'll have you'll have Daredevil. You'll have Blade from the Spider-Man universe. Morbius. Different movies as such like that. My question to you is this: with all of that and the way that Spider-Man has been going ever since we were, young, ever since we were like kids in elementary school, middle school, watching the Spider-Man movies, do you think Spider-Man is the best character to kind of push the MCU forward, as far as like just having kind of like his own thing? Do you think he's the best character to kind of like tether everything together? Because the way they're doing it, they're really relying on him to push certain things, certain plot devices through in the MCU.
Um, he's one of the best characters to do it for. I mean, you got him. You got maybe Wolverine could be one. Um,
Deadpool.
and then yeah, Deadpool. But Reed Richards probably be the best option for that right now, since um, the actor, he's going to be in the MC for a while. I don't know how much longer Tom Holland is going to be Spider Man. But also like the Madam Web stuff, like Sony needs to cut the crap, bro. They need to just give it up. They need to stop doing this. They did it with Morbius. They're doing it with Madam Web. They need to cut it the hell out. Stop. Just stop making movies
Well,
without
Madam Web is projected to do Avengers numbers, so um,
man, dude. They need
uh,
to cut it. I didn't even waste my
oh
time.
boy, it's funny.
I'm not going to see it, bro. I'm not wasting my time. Sony needs to cut the crap. I love Sony as a company, but they need to just stop making Spider-Man movies. You're only making Spider-Man movies because
So you could
if you
keep
don't,
Spider Man.
yeah, you can keep Spider-Man. No, just give it up, bro. Please, please, please stop. Like, what have you haven't made anything good without Marvel? Without Marvel helping, the only thing good you're okay. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Into the Spider Verse is
It's
good.
really good. Yeah,
The
Into the Spider
animation, yeah,
Across the
the
Spider
animation
Verse.
stuff, the animation stuff is great.
Yeah,
Stop making live action movies. It's like you're trying too hard and you're failing. It's like a student. It's like you're in college for let's say you're in college for bioengineering or
yeah.
something extreme, but you're not good at it, bro. Give it up. You're wasting your time. Go do another. Go switch your degree program. Stop making live action Spider-Man movies, please.
Oh, but look at all these other characters they're bringing into the mix. So Spider Man, he's the best character. So you could take his villains and make separate movies. Look, Venom, Craven, Morbius, different characters like that. Look at all the other characters they're bringing out of the Spider Man universe. I'm not saying they're good movies, but at least they're trying.
Give Spider-Man back to Marvel, please.
Yeah,
Like, please. I don't look, bro. They have great ideas, excellent
mm,
ideas,
yeah.
but Madam Web is a side character. She doesn't need an entire movie, bro. She's never been. I don't think she's ever. That's never been a character that I would believe ever in my life that can carry a movie. No, cut it out. Morbius, a good idea, didn't execute well. Craven, I'm predicting is not going to be good. I'm just saying
You
that
don't think it's gonna be good?
mark my words. Shout out, I love the actor. I forgot his name. He was also Quicksilver.
Kick ass
I
too.
Yeah, I has nothing against him. I think he's a great. Sony doesn't do it. Sony just can't do live action comic book movies, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. They did it. Shout out to Tobey Maguire, but since the first Iron Man came out, and Marvel has upped the ante, and Sony cannot keep up. Stop. You seen Fox? Fox gave up. Fox gave up. They're like, no,
So
fuck this shit. We can't do it anymore.
so
Like,
do you think that that MCU would benefit from continuing what Sony is trying to do?
yeah, I think the MCU could pull it off because they got people that actually know what they're. Okay, the MCU, and we're going to get into this. The MCU has had their problems, and we're going to get into that. It's another topic tonight that we're going to get into. But the MCU has had their issues, but they have people within the organization who have an understanding of the characters and aren't just making movies for money. They're not just making movies for a cash grab. They are actually passionate about their characters. Now, yes, they're not going to be perfect. They have misses, but it's like Sony misses every time. Like if it
So you're
wasn't for if it
so
wasn't
you're
for
saying that Marvel they'll take the time to like develop the character. They'll take the time to bring out the story. They'll take the time to whenever they do like the as far as like the characters joining in different movies, they'll make it make sense. It won't just be something random as far as like a character just showing up in someone else's movie. Like, hey, I'm just here. They will actually make it make sense to the plot and to the story.
um Marvel, the MCU
Yeah,
would not fumble a character like Spider-Man. He's too valuable.
yeah.
He's one that I mean, you got Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man. Like they're the most popular comic book characters on Earth. They will that's a character you shouldn't mess up Spider-Man. It just shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. And like I said, Into the Spider-Verse is great. Sony, stick to the animation. You guys do really well. I don't understand why you cannot execute a live action movie. I don't get it. I don't how can you make these movies Spider Into the Spider-Verse some of the best comic book movies ever, but then you fumble the live action. I don't get it. You guys just stop it, please, 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 please. Like I'm not even gonna waste my time seeing Man on Web. I don't need to waste my time. I learned my lesson with Morbius. I waited till Morbius was free until I watched it. I was like, I'm not doing it. Venom. Shout out to Venom. I like it. Venom is decent. I'll give them that. But I'm passionate because obviously Spider Man is one of my favorite characters, and I actually do love Madam Web. If everybody that watched the '90s cartoon show likes Madam Web, but
I'm
you know,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really know who Madam Web. Madam Web was in the one in the '90s.
yes.
I don't remember that.
Hmm.
I,
But
so for the one from the '90s, I mean, I remember like Peter Spider Man's main villains as far as and then basically all the other main Spider Man
mhm.
characters that were in there with him. I remember the main ones, but like the side characters like Madam Web, I kind of draw a blank on that one.
And that just proves my point more why she didn't need a movie.
Yeah.
It's just the facts, bro. But you know, I look. No, I don't. No real hate towards Sony. I just think they aren't passionate about these projects and these movies that they're putting together. They're not. I honestly think they're making movies so they can keep the character. That's it. Like give them back. Give him back to Marvel and let Marvel do what they do with it. Like Marvel takes care of their main characters. They took care of Iron Man. They took care of Captain America. They had a few fumbles with Thor, but hey, most of it like Thor Ragnarok is great. They would take care of a character like Spider Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, some of the shows that I've watched through Marvel, like this phase, I really didn't enjoy it. But I mean, you already know we've already spoke on it. I'm not too big on watching the shows when it comes to superheroes. I mean, it's just never been something I'm into. But honestly, I don't know if we've talked about it, but it has been said that yeah, Spider-Man should be just Sony should just give away Spider-Man back to the MCU and just let them take care of it. Because at this point, you know, I'll watch the movies, but I want to see something good. Like I don't just see something. I don't want to just see a production for a production's sake. I want to see something that brings more to the character and puts it at a different level.
You know, you ever been in a group project and you got that person that didn't do shit but
Yeah, that was me.
gets all the benefits? That's Sony, right? Like with Tom Holland's version of Spider Man, Marvel does everything. Sony just gets paid for it.
Yeah.
Like Spider Man Homecoming, Spider Man Far From Home, Spider Man No Way Home is Sony letting Marvel do all the work and they could reap the benefits. And I'm saying all this and I use a Sony camera. My camera is Sony. I don't hate Sony. I just don't think they do well with live action comic book movies. Give it up. Give it up.